You know what probably happened? Like, Yul probably went into a Pop's coma. Like,
We're talking about coma.
For some reason, I picture him in like the scene from American Beauty, where the girl's on the bed with all the roses. But I see him with Pops all over the place. Just him, like.
What if that wall of Pops fell on him, and he's like trying to fight for his life right now?
We need to rescue him. Let's get on the plane.
We need to get him a life alert then, or something, because
maybe his roommate's not there.
Or he's falling and they can't get up.
Or he's actually already in winter, plastic winter.
He's just pushing sands through it.
No, doing pop angels. You know.
Pop angels, like that.
Why do I have a picture of that in my head right now for an image for the week? Anyway.
Well, maybe
that's how your mom works.
A transition from Yule Ablamo beauty to pop angels. You know, those pops are all sprinkling over him, and then he's just lying there. Oh yeah, and then building an angel from that.
Oh man. So anyways, fuck it. I guess we'll kind of get into it since it's we got a few people that are running late. All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowery on The Nerds Has Spoken. Here with my partners in crime for the week. I got some, what the fuck? CM Wolfenstein. That kind of threw me off. All in Tim. That's what she said. And we got 30Tricks. How you guys doing?
Oh, stop. Great. Tired, but pumped for the evening. Really.
Ooh, I bet. All in and pump at the same time. Ooh. Sounds like a good evening. 30Tricks. How was your week?
Pretty good. Pretty busy. Work. My nerd week. I got switched around here. I don't know. I went to a pizza place here in Albany. I live in Albany, New York, near Albany. And I had a date, and we went there, and I don't know if everyone knows the Barstool Sports. They did a review, and the place has been popping since then. And
the one bite guy or whatever his name is, right?
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
So we went there, and it was in Troy, New York, which is kind of sketchy. And anyways, we meet there and go in, and it's a little tiny pizza shop. They don't even have seating. They're seating like in the alleyway in the back. They have a patio or whatever.
What's it called?
Huh?
What's the name of the pizza place?
The Fazios. And yeah. So Dave Portnoy gave it like originally he gave it an 8.2, but then he tried a second slice, which is against his rules. And he's like, oh, this would be an 8.7, but I gave it an 8.2, so 8.2's got to stay. Anyways, long story short, we go in this place at 7. Walk in, there's a small line. There's a counter. I said, how much, we'd like to order a pie with extra cheese and all that shit. And she tells us, well, it's about 30 minutes if you want to order food. I'm like, okay, that's no big deal. She says, but if you want to order a pizza pie, which is why we're there, because it's for their pizza, you have to wait until 9:30. I was like,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
9:30. There better be some good ass pizza for that. How long you have to wait for?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. But yeah, so then we were disappointed, so we went outside and thinking about where else to go. And didn't really want to walk down the rest of the way. So we went to another place we reviewed that I have been to a couple times. That was really good. Can't remember the name of it. Whatever.
I'm always looking for good pizza joints in like different towns anytime we travel. I would try to find mom and pop places or something like that,
Yeah. There's he has an app called One Bite Reviews, and I use that, and you can do a review yourself. And if around here, there's like most of the pizza places have a couple of reviews, so you can get a good feel for it. But it's been fun since I moved here, just as you don't have much time, you're a little bit hungry, maybe I'll go find one of these reviewed places or review it myself. And so, yeah, that's been the fun thing to do.
One bite review sounds kind of weird, like one bite. Like, imagine that literal. You take one bite, say good or fuck it.
Yeah, he takes 2 bites usually.
Yeah. But you got to remember, he's got these big-ass slices he's doing too, right? Like, he's trying... It's like he's deep frying a pizza slice. Like,
he gets it right out of the you know, they give it to him, and he doesn't wait for it to cool off, and he has to eat it right there. That's part of the rules.
Whoa.
And then you give the first impression. He usually burns his mouth.
Yeah.
But he's cool. Dust Mites is the one who introduced me to him. We were over at Dust Mites' place, I guess way before COVID, and he was showing it to me. I'm like, oh, what is this guy? But then I got really addicted to watching his reviews. So anyways, we did that. And then so while we're talking outside, these guys came out and they have a pizza pie. We're like, oh wow, you're so lucky. And he's like, yeah, we ordered on Wednesday. You have to order on Wednesday basically if you want to do a pickup, and pick it up on Friday. So
holy shit!
What the hell kind of operation is this?
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Is that shit covered in crack or what? Like it?
Pizza crack.
Yeah.
Pizza crack.
Yeah,
right,
but
so
he wanted to give. Yeah.
No pizzas can be that good that you would wait 2 days.
No, not really. Not really. I mean,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, me neither. I have to actually try a new place. Like we got actual Five Guys over here now. I want to check.
Oh,
that
dude,
out.
they originated out of my city. The first one was actually here in Springfield.
Oh,
what's it called?
Okay, Five Guys.
Five Guys. It's a burger joint.
Oh, I went there last night for Five Guys before I went to go see Shang-Chi.
Yeah, there are only a few selected places over here in Germany that now got it, and we decided to do another one. Like when I had my little toy hunt going over there, like a little down south where it actually was, we had two choices. There was Five Guys, but that was more of a chain, and then there was this more of a craft burger place called Duke Burger, and that was the fucking bomb. So we went with that. So yeah. But still, need to check out Five Guys.
Wolf's covering his mouth because it's watering right now when you start talking about burgers and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I worked a lot.
Pizza sounds really good right now.
Yeah. Probably gonna get it after this. Yeah, so I worked a lot and I did some toy hunts. I've been trying to find that Rodimus Prime War for Cybertron one. And there's a shop down here in Albany called Heroes Hideout. And they used to be really good. You just go there and find stuff on Jason knows. I've got some stuff for him from there. But they've been expanding like crazy. They went from 1 shop to 5 shops in 6 months. So usually they had a warehouse right there in the mall. Like they have another store and they just go in there and that's where their warehouse was. But now they moved their warehouse around town. So now it's like stuff shows up on their website and I've gotten a thing where, I just go to the store and get it. So like Rodimus popped up and my friend told me that's up here. He's like, yeah. So I'm like, cause he knows I was looking. So I went down there, nothing. I was like, what's the deal? I was like, oh, it just showed up. It's in the warehouse. So I'm like, just order it online. I'm like, okay, but I just ordered I ordered the Wreck-Gar figure, which is awesome. And it took 3 days for them to bring it to the store. I was like, this is just
Jesus.
You could have got pizza quicker than that.
Yeah, it's great.
So was that it for your week, dude, or was that you do any other fun adventures?
No, nothing exciting this week.
Okay.
I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Just I've actually been putting my shelves up here in the apartment. I moved here in November, and I put the couch up, got the bed going, the desk going to work, and that was about it. And I've been so busy. I've been working like 55 hours, 55 to 65 hours a week. And
what?
Gee, fuck that.
Yeah, he and I have been up late nights talking about that.
Yeah, and
engineering life.
People say we Germans are crazy for working and doing overtime.
You guys get 6 weeks vacation as a start. So
30 days. 30 days. 6 weeks.
Fuck, I get a week.
Well, it used to be true with the guys I worked with. So, anyways.
Yeah.
But
all right, Tim. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Tim. How was your week?
Chill, pretty chill. Being done with the trainings is a little bit of a blessing in disguise. So I'm back to my old, also healthy rhythm of sleeping way too long and doing way too fuck little. But works for me still. Still doing packages and stuff. So I'm back doing video reviews and doing my truck model. Trying to repair another one. I just started that. So actually pretty pretty chill. Not too much went on. Interesting was the training company where I loaned the laptop from. They wanted to know when people would like to come in to bring that back to them. And on Thursday, well, they were like all hectic and all over the place. Oh, would you please call us by 5 p.m.? And I write them an email. I wanted to get it back to you next week. Like, going to the next town without a car is a little bit of a world trip for me. So in my head, I was like, chill the fuck out. But the answer from them was, yeah, we still have an appointment free at around 12 or I believe 5 p.m. So I'm like, yeah, I'm taking the one around noon. So I have to see how I go there tomorrow, actually, because train company over here is on strike. So so that's going to be interesting, I believe. Let's see how that actually goes. There are trains actually working, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, pretty laid back week. Not much happened. Is Jason actually there, or did he just fully dropped out?
No.
Like
now do we do? Let's all leave.
he went roboting, and then he was kind of gone. I don't know. I mean, you can always cut shit together. That's the good part about the record. You can just cut shit together. But he is out. There he is.
Sorry about that.
I was waiting for your variant to show up again.
I thought you get my other variant, another color shirt. No. Bethany has family over stuff. Like, we got family over and everything, and family friends here, and they're in the kitchen talking. I can hear them through my mic in the background.
We don't hear anything.
Oh, well, I could hear it. So it was faint, but anyway.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, I'm actually done. You can cut that together. I'm good already. Was a chill week. I'm done. Wolfenstein can take my spot and fire.
Wolfie, how was your week?
Wolfie.
You know, survived another one. Here we are.
Yeah.
Sunday once again. The gathering is resumed.
One of my favorite things
trying to get this shit over with.
One of my favorite things when I hang out with you is how motivated you always sound.
I'm thinking about becoming a speaker, to be honest. Thinking about it. Like, people talk to me and they're like, dude, I want to get up and do shit after I talk to you. No, it's fine. You know, 3-day weekend. We all needed that. Here we are. Nothing happened this week. It was just a boring week. Took a quick trip to Michigan, fixed something. Now I'm here. Sorry, I am so tired.
No, it's all good.
I gotta do more shit after this.
Yeah, we all do, right? Jesus. Oh man. So I guess that's it for your week. Pretty quiet.
That's it. Sorry. I feel like I let you down.
No, you're good. You're probably still tired from like the lawn mowing and shit from earlier when we were talking.
It's just a few more weeks of this shit. It's over.
Yeah, right.
It's over.
Oh my god. All right.
How was your week, jerk?
It was pretty interesting. Chipper. Yeah. So it wasn't too bad, you know, kind of hung out, worked a lot of hours this week. So when we recorded last Sunday, I worked a couple hours before. And then after we got done recording, I ended up working after. And I was so concentrated on this one job I was working on, I looked down and it was Monday evening at 11 p.m. So I worked from like 9 o'clock Sunday night to 11 p.m. Monday and didn't even realize it. Like I was so involved with this project. Like there was so much going on with it. For some reason, all of a sudden I looked down. I was like, fuck, I got to get some sleep.
You know, there's actually a German saying for this. Dude, you ain't got all leaves on the tree. You got to chill.
That's interesting. But other than that, just kind of hung out for the week. Yesterday was a pretty fun day. We met up with Anna and Russ, kind of hung out with them. We took them to Tashi Station because it's been like a year or so since they've been there because of pandemic. So they bought a few things. I bought a couple things. Just didn't do too much. It was pretty wild. So yeah, we went to Chinese and everything. We had that. It was pretty cool. It was good to get out there. But then
I bet so.
after we were getting ready to leave to eat Chinese food, we were talking with them, just saying our goodbyes and whatever else. And I made the mistake of telling Russ there's an Amazon fresh grocery store right down the street.
You have an Amazon store?
We have an Amazon grocery store right down the street. We just found it last week.
Amazon stores exist? Like, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Like, we are so behind. Like,
it's even more mind blowing.
Yeah, you just got
store.
Five Guys.
Yeah, you just gotta, yeah.
Calm down, Tim. Enjoy your Five Guys first.
Yeah, right. enjoy the Five Guys first, right? But yeah, so we ended up going to into the Amazon fresh grocery store, and we first get in there. We explain everything that's going on, like how things work. They actually have these carts that keep track of you that go around in the. There's two different ways to do it: regular old style grocery shopping. Grab your cart, go whatever, grab your shit and leave.
That is so 20th century.
Or they have the carts where the bags are already in them, and you roll around and you tell it what do you want, and it'll actually tell you in the aisles where to go to pick it up. And it'll automatically tally as you're walking around how much it is, and then it'll charge your Amazon account. And you just walk out, you don't even see anybody.
Follow this path, human.
Yeah, right.
Food items.
But it was kind of funny because you can go, you know how like you go around, you ask like employees, but you couldn't go and ask anybody certain things. You had to ask Amazon Alexa. Oh, fuck. I was waiting for her to go off. You had to ask her. Yeah, I was waiting. Yeah. But I was waiting for that shit to go off. And I was like, dude, this is kind of cool. And then, so we get into the vegetable aisle. As soon as you walk in, there's the vegetables, right? And next thing you know, we turn our heads and Russ is gone. We're like, where the fuck is Russ? And so Bethany, Anna, and myself are just kind of walking around showing her all the stuff. And then we finally turn around and come down the second aisle. And next thing you know, out of nowhere, Russ runs around the corner like winded like hell, sweating like crazy, like panting. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, dude, I saw the whole store. It was awesome. Like, dude, he was going like crazy. It was funny as shit. And I was like, dude, calm down. It's fine. Take your time. And he's like, dude, it's got a deli. It's got this. And I was like, it's a grocery store. It's supposed to have a deli.
Yeah.
So,
there's no people, right?
But what is that store for? Like Amazon Fresh? Is that like groceries or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's crazy is they got all the regular stuff at grocery stores because Amazon bought Whole Foods.
Oh.
That's a grocery store. And I think they took one of the Whole Foods locally here and converted it to an Amazon store, I guess, or Amazon Fresh is what it's called.
But
but
how good is that actually going to be for Amazon? I mean, you guys now have Aldi and all that shit over there. And I talked to David McLeod a while back, and he said that's like the best produce he ever had. So
for which one, Aldi?
Yeah. Like super
dude,
fresh.
This stuff,
you were surprised, like really surprised.
This stuff was amazing that we picked up from there. We got like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, like everything they had. Dude, it was wild because I've never seen this before. Like we went in and they had prepackaged turkey burger that already was seasoned with taco seasoning in it. And I don't know why I got all excited for it. I don't know. It was weird, but
God, you and Russ are just running around like,
yeah, right.
Techno hard on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we ended up getting a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, and after we got done doing that, and we kind of went our separate ways after that. And it was pretty cool going to the grocery store, and then went back to the house, hung out for a couple hours, and then we had the Saturday night meetup, which was pretty interesting. And yeah, it was. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. My stomach still fucking hurt, and I felt like I did like 1,000 sit-ups or something. Like that shit was wild. Good. But it was a good night. A lot of good laughs, a lot of good fun, a lot of making fun of one another, like it usually is. So, and then today, just chilled. Didn't do a lot.
Right.
So that was it for my week.
Sounds good.
So hauls.
Sure. We got him.
Tim K.
Is now the point? I never get that where the point actually is. Okay, so
that's why I was confused.
So today, now, here is the point. Chuck, do you know what time it is?
Yes, it's time to nerd up or shut up.
Here we go. I always confuse
I love the fucking what?
I always confuse that shit. I will never get
Oh
that.
my god! No,
I always
that's
think
why everybody's
after,
like, "Fuck it, let Yule do it."
Right.
Wolf lost it.
Wolf
Oh my god!
dying.
Oh, one quick thing before we get in the halls. You'll laugh at this shit. So we were out with Bethany and them at the grocery store today, right?
Wolf,
And
breathe, Wolf.
no. So Bethany was getting irritated at me about something. I can't remember what it was. And I bitched at her, calling her. I was like, dude, stop acting like I'm driving Miss Daisy. And then she got upset and said something else. And I was like, hey, Bethany. She goes, what? As she was getting out of the car. And I was like, hey, I was like, make sure, I said, when you come back in the car, you leave the diva outside.
Whoa, you said that to Bethany?
Wow, how are you still alive?
Right?
Dude, she about hit me with like her purse, like everything. It was funny as hell. But
Wow.
in all fairness, she called me an asshole a few minutes before too. So
I mean, might as well just take a Snickers. You might want to eat this before you get out.
yeah. Why are you hangry?
Oh, here's a good lesson on what not to do.
Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry. Anyways, that was pretty funny. I'm watching her get hit with something here in a minute. But anyways, let's go. Let's get on with hauls. Yeah, no shit. 30Tricks. Let's go with your hauls for the week. Did you get anything?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of everything. Okay, so the week started off like this. I got a Shattered Glass Blur, right? the package arrives. The package arrives.
Uh-oh.
It looks like this. In the box, I'm like, what the fuck is
Oh,
this?
is that Bugs
Is it-
Crush?
Am I allowed to
Envelope?
say that? Am I allowed to say that?
You can say whatever.
Yeah,
you want.
dude, you
Okay.
can cuss. It's
I was
fine.
like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, and it was packaged. There was stuff all over it. And then I realized it's Shattered Glass. And it was designed to look this way. See how it's cutting on top? It was designed to have all these weird angles and everything. I'm like, oh my god, this is next level. That is so cool. They got me good because I didn't know. Yeah, but it looks like crap, right? When you first see it, and you don't know what's going on. But yeah, so that was cool. And but then if you get it off from Amazon or Hasbro Pulse, they give you a comic book, and the comic book was not even in a backer. It didn't have a backer. It didn't have no board, no sleeve or whatever you call it. So the corner was bent. I'm like, and it was a collect. You know, this is our exclusive thing. Was the comic book, and the comic book was bent. And I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, I saw that picture. I was like, oh. I was like, did they do that on purpose too, or you know what I mean?
Don't. It doesn't look like it. No.
Well, it was only shipped in what just the box, and then it just had a little bit of packing material, right? And it was just loose, pretty much.
Three air pillows. That's it. The air pillows were good for the figure, but the comic book was just laying on the bottom of the. I don't even understand how it happened. It must have happened at the factory or the warehouse because it was just lying flat underneath everything. It should have been fine, but I think it got bent before they even put it in the box. So, anyways, then I got let me just steal your thunder here, Jason. But I got the Mattel Creations Scareglow.
Nah, it's a badass figure.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Cloth cape, and it even has like a tag to tell you how to wash the the cape. There's this.
I didn't even take it out yet to see that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to this camera, but
no, you're good.
Yeah, it's a wired cape. I wasn't expecting this, and the funny thing is, if you have Scareglow, like I have the classic Scareglow, and you know how Scareglow's deal is, he glows. He's got the glow in the dark paint on him or glow in the dark plastic. The thing about this guy, it looks awesome, right? But the only thing that glows in the dark is the head. Everything else is not. Yeah.
Huh.
No, go back. If you go back and look in the box, the actual green paint on mine glowed too in the box.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So the box has in the top right corner, it has a white light to like the lightning. Like you'll show it, Jason. I don't have the box.
Yeah, I'll show it to you in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also two black lights, and the black lights really make this paint pop. Like it's just awesome. So. I like it. I mean,
I would love to have it, but it's now actually sold out, so I don't know how to get it.
It sold out in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Scareglow is always popular. I like Scareglow, and
That's a good point. Yeah, any Scareglow you think about is really hard to find, no matter what era it comes from.
This one was very, very, very pricey. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I think it's because when we were kids, that glow in the dark plastic was always, we were always drawn to it all the time. I mean, weren't you guys too? I was always drawn to it.
Well, the thing with him is he didn't become popular until later, when we were adults, because he was at the end of the line. He was never in the cartoon. Yeah. So people really didn't know too much about him, but then he became popular. I mean, really, really popular. So, and then I think in the Revelation show I think they really gave him justice. They got Tony.
I enjoyed it.
Oh shit, we got a late starter here.
Oh.
What's up? Yo, you think you just woke up?
Yeah, man. I was just gonna steal your thunder, but I won't say anything though.
I just watched Wally today, like you originally. He really looks like Wally as he got up.
I got.
Yeah, and then I've been looking for Rodimus Prime. I couldn't find them, but I found some pops yesterday. I found some Motu pops. They have to do this way. They're in they're in the other room.
Yeah.
But what if I didn't have these headsets? That's the thing. I don't have a good setup here to do the podcast.
Dude, I just got a pair of earbuds. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I just gotta take them out and go get them. And
yeah.
The Rodimus one you guys are talking about. The Rodimus...
War for Cyber, the Commander class.
Yeah, it's the one that doesn't have a transparent box or anything, right?
Yeah, it just comes in a regular opaque box.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw something on the Cybertron Cafe. I don't know if you saw that too, Chuck. But
no, I'm not remembering that anymore.
He bought a Rodimus.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
And there's a Power of the Primes inside.
No, somebody put the water bottle.
Someone put a water bottle on the inside of it.
Oh,
it took the figure out.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
That's cold.
Fucking scumbag humans.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
And he bought it at Target, like straight up Target, and then.
Oh, that was definitely an employee that did that shit.
Yeah.
So what else did you get?
That's about it. I mean, the pops I got were I got Merman. I'm trying to think, Merman, Evelyn, Yellow Skin Evelyn, like show Evelyn, and Clamp Champ. I love Clamp Champ. And then I got Garbage Pail Kids. I started collecting that too. And by the way, since he's in the chat, hey Yule, fuck you, because Yule got me into pops.
Nice.
Yes.
I say it every time I see him. Every time I see him live, Yule, fuck you. So, anyways, yeah. So now I started Garbage Pail Kids, and I got 3 of them. I don't know if I'm gonna complete them, but
I have to hit you up because I was at our GameStop earlier and asked Yule. I was hitting them up. They had a shit ton of fucking pops, like Garbage Pail, like everything. So I'll have to hit you up later with pictures.
I'll stay away from Star Wars, but right now I started with Transformers. And they're cool, but then I started getting the Motu ones, and I think they're really cool. And yeah, that's all. And now I got some Garbage Pail Kids. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop at some point.
Nice.
But yeah,
all right,
that's it.
So that was it. All right,
light week for me.
No, that's all right. Wolf, what'd you get?
Got a few things here. I got a Super 7 Rocksteady.
Nice. That's a good looking figure, and it's heavy.
I like the packaging. I love these boxes. It reminds me of the older Spawn figures. What the hell? How big is that part? I wanted to say.
I got them right here. Hold on.
That long of a fucking box.
And of course, you can't get that without having a Michelangelo.
Oh, I love that Michelangelo.
Cool.
They didn't pack this very well. The parts are flying everywhere in this box.
Yeah.
And they all come with
this guy is.
Slipcase?
What's that, Tim?
Oh yeah, they go.
And they all come with a slipcase.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the production of the packaging is way off.
We got Metalhead.
That Metalhead, that gold is phenomenal.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, it's by far so far.
He looks cool.
Show me his
And now for the least favorite.
Nice.
And then on the back,
That's so cool.
It's got his face on the thing right there. It's pretty cool.
Way to do it. Nice.
And in my opinion, the worst of the four, the worst of this wave is April.
April 6th, Doll O'Neill.
I know exactly.
So, Jason, you and I were talking about this. We compared this to the original prototype they showed.
It looks nothing alike.
They did not paint the skin like they showed, and they did not paint the yellow outfit, so she looks pretty cheap in my opinion.
Like
so
what I saw with the face looked really like rubbery and with
it just looks really shiny plastic, and it just doesn't look
I would laugh if she came with like an O face or something, you know what I mean?
Right?
Because of the whole blow up doll look. So
an O face and upscale that to 101. I don't know.
Yeah, just like her
ship it right to Germany.
Jesus. No, cancel that.
He said no, cancel.
So the only thing I don't like, Wolfie, is that the hips are really loose.
On yours?
That's a few of those got that problem, right?
And he's super, super top heavy because he's heavy.
Yeah, so he is.
But he can stand. He has amazing ankles. I mean, really, really good ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as long as you get him in a pose where the sculpt rests against each other, he stands fine. But if you just want him standing straight up, he's probably going to fall over.
This might be a case for the Kiki oil, huh, Jason?
Yes, sir.
I think someone did a review on that on this page right here.
Which one?
You?
What? Me?
The Kiki oil. You did that review.
Yeah, I did a review / tutorial on what to do because one of my viewers, he's 95% blind, but he loves to watch that shit anyway. He wanted to know how that actually applied. Yeah, Cantina of Transformers. You can actually see him.
That's awesome.
And he transforms even Masterpiece figure. 95% blind. No kidding.
95%
Holy
blind.
shit.
And I need video instructions to do that shit. Wow. I have been shamed.
Jesus.
All wise, that's all I got, guys.
All right. Let's see. Tim, what'd you get? Masturbation?
No, that's it. I ain't got shit.
Oh, I got a goose egg.
Yeah.
Damn.
I ain't got nothing. But I ordered through a Dance e-collecting from Robotoy Base. Market Toys.
Good place, Tony.
Ooh.
Looking forward to that. I wanted to check that out forever, and they have that for $50.
Wait a minute, what figure?
Market Toys, Despotron.
Oh shit!
AKA
I love that figure.
Megatron that came after DX9 Mitron.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
just only like a month.
That's a steal for $50. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
Yep, and I wanted to have that like forever because I really think he fits rather well either to Dreamwave or to
he's
early
bulky.
IDW G1.
You're right, Tim. He is
a little
bulky.
More bulky. So I'm going to put that in a little bit of an evolution stuff with Tyrantron as a minor, then the Despotron, and then the Generation Toy Tyrant to have a little bit of an evolution.
Ooh, that would be cool. I like that.
It's nice when you have enough variants of a character to get what you really like.
Yeah, and I even got the one in between where he had his tribal on his chest, the red one, roughly after he was a minor. I got that as the Iron Factory Tyrant. So I pretty much sorted with Megatron. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Like for me, I love seeing displays of people like that where they have like different versions kind of all stacked together, like in like a shelf or a DTOF or something like that. I always love seeing that.
Character study.
Yeah, and I wanted to have that like forever. I really wanted to see it super clean. I'm wondering about the engineering and everything. And quite honestly, if there wouldn't have been an MP36, that would have been my Masterpiece Megatron.
I was thinking about that too. I remember when that first came out, I was like, that might be the one.
Because I saw Apollyon back then, and I actually fiddled with that on Dan's Summerfest, and I was really convinced with my thoughts back then, actually, because these flopping parts he had on the inside of his legs that packed in nowhere. Like for a first Masterpiece Megatron, it was good, and it still is in a lot of homes as an alternate mode display. That's all good and fair. Then came DX9 Mitron, but his legs were all slim and everything. I mean, you could widen that out a little bit with these, I don't know, slide out panels and stuff. But then there was this Despotron. I was like, ooh. But then a month later or such came MP36, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of the way to go. But yeah, now I got.
Oh, it was a couple months before it. Anyways.
Yeah, month or a couple of months. Whatever.
I really liked that. I really liked the DX9 version.
Yeah,
I had all of them, but I really liked the DX9 version, and no one liked that one. I was like, okay, I just like the looks. The face look was so good.
Yeah, the face sculpt was amazing. I saw that at Dance Place too, and the DX9 face sculpt and everything was great anyway. But the legs were way too slim for me because his chest is all white with the soldiers and everything, but with the shoulders, not soldiers, shoulders and everything. But the legs were just too slim for my taste. And the Despotron was really like brutish. That's how I always like to envision Megatron. So happy to get that more in about 2 or 3 weeks, I guess.
Nice.
Megatron is interesting because I grew up in G1 and the toy and actually the show too. He has really thin legs, so that's how Megatron looks for me. But it's interesting when someone like the Dreamwave, or I totally get it. It's cool. Yeah. And yeah, you like your Megatron. Your preferred Megatron is a little bit more beefier in the legs too. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So Mean Mug and Yule, how was your haul?
I was the guy who definitely when I got all of the different Megatrons. Mitron ended up being the one that Mitron ended up being like my favorite of the third party stuff actually. Like all three of them had charm of its own. Like I was really impressed with Make Toys engineering, Apollyon's overall. I think overall, if it wasn't such a defective piece when it first came out, but Mitron overall, just for its simplicity and heft, and the face and I thought overall it had the better, more imposing thing.
Team Mitron.
But this is what happened. All my friends at the time, they all wanted a Megatron so bad, and since I had four different versions, everybody got, somebody really wanted the Apollyon, got it from me. Got the somebody else wanted the whatever the Make Toys one was, and the DX9 one. So I ended up, with just the masterpiece one left. But yeah, this is what my first of the Funko Pop.
Ooh, a Chrome Colossus.
Colossus, yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, that's
Holy
cool.
shit.
Hey, oh my God, you'll fuck you.
That is fucking good.
Wow.
Chrome.
Tim, I'm waiting for Tim to be like, "Oh, you will fuck you too." Like,
no, I got Marvel Select Colossus. I'm good.
Yeah. That moment's coming. Just wait, and I'll show you why Tim's gonna get a fuck you. You'll see. he got me into this.
That's what he thinks, and I will probably have my face where Wolf is probably dying again.
This is a
Immortal Hulk.
Yeah, the glow in the dark version. I wish I could show you how it glows in the dark.
Oh,
cool. Yeah, this one's
That's cool.
It's a 6-inch. Still 4 inches bigger than my unit, but
That's the name of the episode.
What is it?
Oh, wow.
4 inches bigger than my unit. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the future Boba Fett. You know how when you go to Target sometimes and you see those really wild design fucking Funko Pops? This is one of them. I like this one because, well,
is that a dark Boba Fett outfit?
Yeah, what is future Boba Fett?
Futura. I believe it's Futura.
Stylized.
Yeah, it's very stylized. That's all it is. So basically, they used a standard Boba Fett. This is the irony. They don't have a regular colored version of this at all.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid.
Really?
I know. That's what started me at Pops. Actually, it wasn't Yule. It was Boba Fett.
He was my
first Pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was pissing me off because I'm like, dude, they made a 10-inch regular version of this, but not a standard 4-inch version of this.
That does not make any sense.
You're telling me and the rest of the community is like, how you not have a regular Boba Fett like this?
Remember when it all hit Target? It was all out. I was looking. I was like, "Where's a different regular Boba Fett?"
Yeah, and it's annoying because they did do something like a regular one, but all they did was go with the toy colored version.
I would have gotten that one.
I mean, I
would have gotten that one.
Yeah, but it's still not. It's still frustrating because I still would rather have a regular one. You know.
Yeah, I'm 48 here, so my first big toys were the vintage Star Wars figures.
And then Casey Jones.
Ooh, Casey Jones. Nice.
Is he exclusive?
Casey Jones.
Is he exclusive?
Oh no. He's this guy's regular. He's part of the regular set.
You're one step closer.
But I'll show you what wasn't what is an exclusive that's not in the set. Master Splinter.
Oh shit!
Wow, I don't want to start.
That's pretty
turtles.
cool.
I don't want to start collecting turtles. Fuck you.
It just kind of happened. You know who got me? Who got me into that shit? Fucking Caleb. Caleb gave me such a great deal on Krang. I couldn't resist.
Oh.
I ended up like, I can't just have a Krang.
Oh, to get down in that line.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Look, Wolf is giving you a silent fuck you too. You see that?
But here's the real fuck you. Because I was waiting for this to go cheap, but I couldn't. But since you started me on this, I got my
drum roll, please.
Oh, scare glow.
Yeah, let's have a round of clock. This man got his grail. Let's have a round of clock.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude.
Is that the one where I'm supposed to say fuck you?
Oh no, not you. You're good. You're not gonna get into this.
Yeah, I'll never have him. I'm not paying that much money.
You got good sense. I meant Chuck. Chuck's the one. This is the word the fuck you to Chuck.
Okay.
My bad. Not you.
Okay.
You're good. But I don't know. Depending on how much you like the movie, this is the Paul Atreides Dune, the latest Dune one. Of course,
when is Dune coming out?
America. October 22nd, but I'm thinking everybody else gets to see it before us.
Oh, that's
they do.
From Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is
That's pretty neat. Dude, at first, I thought it looked like a ninja because I didn't see the name at first.
I thought he would show us just some new Mortal Kombat, and I would be like, nah.
Oh no, this is what's special about this is that this is the chase edition. Otherwise, the regular version is him, Timothy.
Oh
Chalamet.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
This is his combat edition.
Right.
Nice.
I can't wait for that fucking movie. Like I was hooked on Denis Villeneuve ever since Blade Runner 2049. That's so good.
That was a good movie.
Agreed.
That is amazing.
Bro.
And that's the score. Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfisch, actually a German. And then this Wallfisch dude did the score for Mortal Kombat and fucked over the original theme. So fuck that guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Mortal Kombat and pops, I saw the Cole pop yesterday. I'm like, oh god.
I came very close to picking it up, not for myself, but for my nephew. But I was like, man, I don't want to promote that bullshit. But he likes it, and I'm like, still the one.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny because right before I fell into that hellacious nap that I had before getting up, I was watching all the Dune reviews, the for people who got to watch the movie beforehand. All of them were saying that some people said that they stayed till the very, very end of the end credits just to listen to Hans Zimmer's tracks because they said it was all really good. Everybody, a lot of people who watched that shit said 10, 9 to 10 out of 10.
I feel
I'm excited to see it.
I feel every 5 to 6 years, Hans Zimmer like overhauls all of his tunes and redefine what scores are all about. But in those 5 to 6 years, he takes a certain score, he just changes up a few notes and has something new. But you always hear like, this is that and that. Like with Pirates of the Caribbean, he did that too. You hear tunes from Gladiator, just with a few different notes in there. And that's interesting. Well, that's where I thought for a while, okay, he's not maybe that good. He's essentially KOing his own fucking score.
No, this one, there's no KOing on this one, allegedly, because they said that he created his own instruments for a lot of the soundtracks that he was doing. He created instruments. What kind of fucking genius does that? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna make up some instruments because I have a sound in my head, and I'm gonna make music out of that shit.
Yeah. That's what he did for Sherlock Holmes, you know, with these distorted pianos and also violins. Like that was also special score.
Oh,
I heard that he destroyed that grand piano just to get the sound. Like
he probably did.
Sounds expensive. Holy shit.
I mean, when you're Hans motherfucking Zimmer, you could do whatever the
fuck you could do whatever you want.
I play with crayons, bitches.
So was that it for your haul for the week?
Yeah, that's it, folks. Thank you.
What?
I know.
That was it, huh?
Bro, that
was a huge haul.
Bro, I couldn't pay more
so you missed it earlier. Like we were all joking around. Like we pictured in our head like you might have like all your pops fell on top of you and you were trying to climb out of like the big pile of pops, or doing like what Tim say, snow angels in the pops or something.
Yeah, pop angels.
Pop angels. Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all something while y'all can still see it.
Go ahead. Oh, you hit mute. Oh, there you. Holy shit!
Soon there will be no more Yule, only pop.
That's fucking Fort Pop.
That's not all of them. Look at that. There's still more.
Oh,
Floor to ceiling. Holy shit.
Yo,
that's impressive, dude.
A few weeks back, I fucking called that shit. He said he's building a room out of pops. I called that shit.
You did.
Pop
you
wallpaper.
did. You're on mute. Oh, it must have. His mic must have popped up.
I wish you guys.
There he goes.
I could have set up on my office in a manner that you could see it all in the background, but there's no way to set up all.
I mean,
dude, it's still impressive just seeing that shit. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you could just align that like as bricks, and then just put fucking epoxy all over it and do.
You guys are gonna love this. I'm about to show you all something else that's crazy.
Uh-oh.
The bathroom. Uh-oh. What the fuck? It's going down the wall,
You can't go downstairs anymore?
Holy shit. That's where you got stuck. All the pops fell on top and going down the steps.
You need to make a door out of those pops.
Right?
That's crazy, dude.
Brother, you might have a problem.
So how do you get downstairs?
He slides down the pop slide. Oh, I see some graded slabs up there.
Yep. He's walking us through his.
Oh, look at that Batman poster! Nice.
That's really good. But you're on mute, dude. If you say
we can't hear you. If you can hear us. Oh, is he doing like a?
Does he have an elevator? How does he get downstairs?
The great pop elevator. Dude, that mullet's going strong.
Yeah. What about Wolf? You should have seen that shit, man.
I don't know where he's
popping a squat.
Probably.
Yeah. He got excited and ordered pizza.
Yeah. For Tuesday.
That's in order to actually see the fucking pay-per-view, I need to sleep, even during the show.
Yeah. Can you hear us, dude? Oh, there he goes. Okay, yeah.
I wanted to show you guys a post, this hanging art piece that I got of
that Batman,
the Mandalorian, and sorry about that again.
No, you're good.
The Mandalorian and IG-88 together. Sorry.
IG-11.
What do they call it? The
IG-11.
Yeah, give you guys that Dolby theatrical experience. My bad. I wish you guys.
There you go.
So how do you get down those stairs? You just don't use the staircase anymore?
Oh no! Of course I use that staircase. The pops don't get in that way.
Is that how you keep the women out?
It's all falling
just
apart.
Put a barricade.
This is what I get for trying to show off.
No, you're good, dude. Dude, that mullet is getting impressive, yo. Like that shit's coming back.
That's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm gonna see if I could send you a picture of it. You guys got to see this. This is actually a pretty nice piece. I'm gonna send it on the chat.
Yeah.
It's about as much as that Batman poster, which was like around $50.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys could see it, but that's what I tried to show.
That looks nice.
Mm-hmm. That's from the stairs view.
And you see where you're walking into. You see a fucking pop package.
All right, here we go. Let me see if I could share it and see if it freaks out.
I thought you were already sharing it. Otherwise, I would have pressed share.
Boom! There it is, right there.
Asshole, so I just watched.
Oh, that's nice.
Whoa! Holy shit!
What the hell?
Maximum views.
Oh, I fucking hate
View
this messenger
1 million.
app. All right, there it is, right there.
Yeah. Looks good. I like it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a wooden piece, it's like a wooden. I don't know how to explain it, but it's wood, like the whole.
That's pretty cool. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. With the pops that were sitting there on the ledge, I thought you had a wall of pops going up the steps.
Yeah,
That's what we thought at first. We were like, "How the fuck do you get down the steps?"
I just every time that you guys see me, in each week, I put the newest pop that I buy next to me, so that it'll be easier access for me to show y'all what kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
All right, I guess that kind of leaves me. I got a little bit this week.
Uh-oh. Go ahead. I'm just trying to adjust.
I got some Marvel
shit,
leader.
Sinestro.
Oh.
I mean, that's Sinestro.
Think.
Take me to your leader.
Got a big head.
Yeah. I got some head this week, so.
But he's kind of the wrong green. He's too dark. I always imagine the leader more like your shirt-ish.
Yeah.
We need the leader in the MCU, man. They spoiled that they're, his origins maybe, but then they're going to go anywhere.
Yeah. But then, so the reason why I even picked him up is because at GameStop, we stopped by there earlier, and they had the whole Gamerverse line of the Marvel Legends for the Abomination, except one figure, in clearance. They were $8.97, and I only bought them because I actually wanted to build the figure part. So the only part I'm missing is the left leg. Like, dude, it looks good. Look at that.
It looks good. I don't like the face. Like I imagine Abomination actually more like the MCU version, but the newer version, not the one with all the bony protrusions from Incredible Hulk.
Oh, that new version looked amazing.
What I've seen so far looks really good. Like I wonder if I should actually go to the cinema even by myself and just.
It's worth it to go see it. It's a pretty good film. I mean, every film has its flaws, but all in all, it's a pretty good film.
Shang-Chi. Yeah, I saw it last night.
The last movie I was in was Terminator: Dark Fate, and even though that movie was kind of whack, it was still nice to be in the cinema on my own. And there were good scenes in there. There were good scenes in there, but was it necessary? No. But I'm not getting into it.
Nice. Next, I got me some USA Jordan from the basketball team.
I want to have one of those.
Mayfax.
Shout out to Mayfax, issue number 132. And the only reason I picked this up, I really wanted him. I have the other version. And the only reason why I got that, this next one I picked up, I only got it just so I can have him dunk it over top of him. I got LeBron. Number 127 from Mayfax.
Is that what we're supposed to say? F LeBron? F LeBron.
Something like that. So I have a 12 scale basketball hoop that I'm going to put with these two, and I'm going to have Jordan like basically crossing over on LeBron, basically breaking his ankles. So
I really want to get that Enterbay, but I would love to get the Enterbay one that comes with him as a rookie. And then as a pro.
Yeah, that's the 6 scale one. I have the 9 scale versions, but
the 1/6 I would like either with a regular or with the away trickle. with him as a rookie, and then I don't know what it comes with, 12 or 13 pairs of Jordans. Oh, so good.
So I also got some. What is this? The figure body. The what is it? V Toys. It's like Mezco scale.
Lowery got naked man. Lowery got naked man.
Crotch shot. Not only did I get one, but I got two.
That's what's up.
But then you can't have two without a threesome.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And then you can't have a threesome unless you have a foursome.
Holding it with his face.
Oh God!
I got four of them.
Lowry is full to the brim. Jeez.
I got four of these. Cool. I'm making a bunch of different figures. Like this one here, I'm gonna make out of Hawkman.
Oh, nice.
And then some of the other missing stuff that Mezco hasn't done yet. So I'm gonna make a few custom ones.
Did they announce they're making a Robin finally? I think they did, right?
Yeah, they are. They are. So, anyway. Shout out to Chuck. He showed the figure earlier, but here's the box. Look at that. Revelations. At first, what I was trying to explain earlier was when you look at this, like the outer box, not this one, but the outer box it shipped in, it was damp. So at first, I thought this was mold on the box, but being damp. But it's actually the way it's printed. It's kind of cool. It's like smoke or something. It's all over the box.
Let me whip out my best Stephen Colbert impression. Give it to me now.
Look at that. That's some of the coolest box art I've seen in a long time. That's like a sketch like this.
I want
Was
that
it
so bad.
I'm trying to see who remembers who did the art. Was it Axel Jimenez or was it Damon who did that one?
Eamon O'Donoghue.
Fan.
Eamon O'Donoghue did that.
Yeah.
But with some work over.
Hang on one quick second. Hang on.
Like his place order.
Someone has a laundromat going.
Not me. So anyways, here's the box.
Ooh.
There you go. Dude, it's like embossed
show the back,
and everything.
Show the back. Yeah, it's a book.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at the back of this. This is
fucking beautiful.
The skulls are embossed and everything. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
That is probably the best fucking packages of any figure ever.
So then you slide this sleeve off, right? And then here's the back. You can see like the back side of it kind of open and everything. Here's the front side.
I want that thing so bad.
But then, anymore. Yeah, like you can see it kind of glow, but then look at this. You can see the LED lights he was talking about.
Yeah, there's a light and two black lights.
Yep.
This is so not fair.
Look at that. And it's damn good.
That flap is 2 layers, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
The front flap.
Yeah. So
is that an SDCC exclusive or something?
It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it goes like this. So you close it.
But then it was what is it?
Mattel
Creations included.
It's magnetic right here. It's on both sides.
Yeah.
You can
like
hear
it's that even well posed in the box. You can put that up as a cave display, and you're done.
And you don't even need. There's no ties or anything. You just pull. You can. The clamshell's so well designed. You can just pull them out of there. All the Masterverse figures are like that. You just pull them out of the clamshell. That's it.
The only thing I thought was kind of weird.
I never had an It for Scare glow, but I want this thing so bad it's not even funny, man. It's so beautiful.
Now I'm kind of curious, Chuck. Is yours like this?
I can't say that I blame y'all.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So mine on all sides has Scotch tape on it.
Yeah, I think they're all like that.
Are they? I wasn't sure. So I got that.
How they hold the box together.
Yeah. And finally, I picked this up. I picked this up from Tashi Station.
Ooh.
Look at that. It matches my shirt.
That's the OG one?
No. This is the one that just came out.
Is that the power converter yet at Tashi Station?
Yep. So picked this up. I already ordered the 3D the neck replacement piece and the other replacement pieces, and pre-ordered the piece to make this a little taller. So that's coming in. And then the LED lights that come with this that you can put in the hands and everything else. I already ordered that, but
cool.
That.
It looks good. We had that last year on Dan Summerfest, so that's
dude, that almost
that's
matches
cool.
my shirt. Holy shit, look at that.
It does.
Yeah. It's going all chameleon on your shirt.
Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't put the pieces on the back yet because I literally just opened it up a few minutes ago before the show.
Yeah.
But... All right.
Nice.
And that was it for me for the rest of the week for
Well,
toys.
I don't have a haul per se, but I finished up some work today, and I'm pretty happy with that. I could show that.
Share it, dude.
Oosh. So I'm currently working on my truck, a 1-2-24 Silver Griffin Scania, and I finished up these tires.
Nice.
With silver nuts and white decals on the tires. These are the front ones. Wider pieces, 385 x 65, and the twins too.
Mm-hmm. The dualies.
And with the silver nuts, and finally finished the side panels of them, because that color gave me a little grief, but I think the surface quality came out pretty good. So yeah, baby steps, working on it, want to have it good. So yeah,
nuts.
Nice.
So yeah, silver nuts, silver bolts, call it whatever you like, but happy how that turned out. That was rough, specifically because I wanted to have the decals on the tires actually symmetrically. So I think that turned out pretty well. So
Nice.
That was a little bit of a haul feel today.
There you go. Nice. So, Chuck, we're going to get into a little bit of a guest spotlight going on here so we can tell people about you.
Okay.
Let's see here. So we're gonna, I mean, it's just basic, nothing crazy. Just give a little background on yourself. Obviously you can't give too much because of your profession. I know how it is. So, right. The OnlyFans. Make sure you tell them what your OnlyFans is and all that.
The OnlyFans toy.
But yeah, just kind of give them, what you're kind of into, like toy-wise, stuff like that, that sort of thing. So have at it. So how long have you been a toy collector? Let's get into that.
Well, there's a difference between being a kid and being a toy collector, right? So you're talking about when...
Well, you want to just start with the kid stuff first and then go into toy collector? Would that be easier?
Yeah, I'm 48, okay. And... I guess the first big toy line I had when I was a kid, I was trying to actually collect a collection or whatever, or get the figures I wanted, was Star Wars Vintage back in the 77, 78. I'm old. So then I was into Zoids and Lego Space, just Lego Space, not regular Lego, just Lego Space.
Is my thing too. I love Lego.
Yeah. And then I watched He-Man on the show, but I never had any figures. And then we didn't have a lot of money. And I was really into GoBots. I love GoBots. Got the shirt from Nerd Out. One of my favorite characters of any line.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. But I love GoBots. And then my brother and I were, that's what we had. And they're cheaper. GoBots back then were $4 a piece. And Transformers were like, Bumblebee was like $5, $6. Even Bumblebee was more expensive than a GoBot. But
damn.
A Prowl was $10, which was a lot of money back then. And but then the show came out, the Transformers show came out, and I really got into Transformers. And then the GoBot show came out too, and the GoBot show sucked. The GoBot show kind of, like you're playing with the figures, you're like, oh, these are really cool and everything, and kind of imaginative. And Bandai did a good job, just the robotic aesthetic on GoBots. But the show was just terrible. So, anyways, transitioned into collecting Transformers, and I collected those. I think I stopped I think one of my last figures was Hot Rod because I was starting to get older, and but we were babysitting. My mom babysitted kids, and he had all the new stuff. So I saw all the Headmasters and some of the Pretenders. So I still like that. And then he had all the G.I. Joe. I never had G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe. Watched the show, but you don't have a lot of money, right? So he collected Transformers, and that was it. And admired all the other shows. And most people have that same sort of what.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Sorry, I just read the background chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
But anyways, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Anyways, so
yeah. So I stopped. So then I had internship, and I the first figure that I started collecting that got me back into collecting was I can't remember who made it. Who made the Scorpion alien that would blow apart?
Kenner.
Okay, yeah.
Those were great.
So I got that at Walmart when I was in college, and I'm like, this is my cool thing, and I had it. But then Power of the Force came out, and I was fucked. Because I love vintage Star Wars, and even though it was like He-Man meets Star Wars, and they're all buffed and everything. So then I got a job, and I moved to Connecticut. I'm an engineer. That's all I can say, really. And I started collecting Power of the Force, and started going to Toys R Us. They were back then. They were really hard to find. And McFarlane figures, the Spawn figures, they were awesome. Mm-hmm. And then I met a big collector community out in Connecticut, and that was fun. And fast forward many years, I think it was 2015. I started going down to New Jersey Comic-Con or collector convention, and that's when I met all the guys in the realm of collectors and everything. And I was really big into like early third party. Like I used to collect World's Smallest Transformers. And if you remember, Just the Toys. So the Takara had their line. It was I think 2 or 3 waves of the World's Smallest Transformers. Are really tiny. And then a third-party company called Just It Toys started making Dinobots and stuff like that, and trying to fill a whole, expand the line a little bit, because Takara walked away from it. They're like, no, we're not doing it anymore. So I started collecting that, and I had the Optimus Prime trailer. And then big time was when Fans Project released their Ultra Magnus upgrade kit. I was living in Japan when that happened, and I bought that over there, and the powered convoy version and everything. And so I've been into third party since the very, very, very beginning. And I'm a huge nerd. I like so my big things are nowadays. My big things are Transformers, Star Wars, and Motu. That's what I try to collect. But you collect other things.
Apparently, like Pops Turtles now too, right?
Yeah, but Pops it's just the same. It's the same.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
I'd have to say that around the same time that you were getting the Scorpion alien was around the time that I figured out that I was never gonna outgrow being a kid, because I was while everybody was gangsters in school or trying to do or trying to fuck chicks and all that other shit. I was the guy who was like, oh wow, those aliens look so cool. I
could see Coco with like a bandana and like the one button shirt down, like buying like alien toys, the Cheetos.
Yeah, I was very shy back then in my early 20s and in college years. And anyways, I was more about the grades and everything than the grades and the arcades. Like I love arcades, and I went to Penn State. We had an awesome arcade there. 2 awesome arcades. I would go to them all the time. But anyways. But nowadays it's Transformers, Motu, and all that. But
I remember the Kenner aliens. Like there's no new game out. Aliens Fire Elite. That's a co-op with story.
Yeah, it just came out this week.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good. I watched the stream on Max Dude on YouTube, and they even used Kenner alien designs, like essentially the Rhino and the Spitter. I remember myself having the old Gorilla alien, I believe from Kenner it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there was so much. They had Gorilla and Snake, and there were some weird ass designs, but they went all in with the idea of the face hugger can infect fuck whatever. So that's what I liked.
Yeah.
I think that line was cool.
Agreed. Now I'm compelled to pick up that game just to fight the shit that I bought as a teenager.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Me too, and it's on PS5 and PS4, and it seems like the PS4 isn't even that bad compared to the 5. So I might as well actually do that. So it looks good. It actually looks like a polished version of Colonial Marines, and that game was fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So I used to for my work, I used to travel all around the world. So I got to live in Japan for 2 years. I got to go to Germany a whole bunch of times, Brazil. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. But I'm a big gamer. I like Magic the Gathering. Before I, while I was, I've always been a collector, but I used to be like Mr. Video. I used to collect all the video games, and that's a really expensive hobby. And I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, it is.
The thing that saved me was I started playing Final Fantasy 11 back in 2002. Nice. And once you start playing the MMORPG, you kind of don't want to. You don't feel the need to keep up with all these other games because you have one game that occupies all your time, and so you don't have to buy all these other games. And I was like, it was always the FOMO because video games, they sell out pretty quick sometimes. Back in the day too. Especially the import titles that would come in from these small publishers, they're hard to find. So either you ordered it, pre-ordered it, or hopped on it the day it came out. And so I was into that scene for the longest time. But Final Fantasy saved me, and I'm like, whatever. I'm still a big gamer, but I don't really game that much anymore. It takes a lot of time.
Of the OG Final Fantasies, which was your favorite one?
You're gonna hate the answer.
7?
11.
Oh no. Prior.
No. I played 7 a little bit. That's it. Then 11.
You never played any of the ones from the Super NES and stuff?
No, I never had a Super. Well, I had a Super NES very late, but I wasn't into RPGs until I started playing 11.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, I played not one single fucking Link, since we're talking RPG.
I played all those.
Not one fucking Zelda, and I played Secret of Mana, but and then I played Final Fantasy VII. I played the shit out of that.
Yeah.
But the ones prior that barely hit Germany actually. But I remember also being a gamer back then, and I don't know about the prices on your side actually, but over here it was 120 Deutschmark, which is now essentially double. It costs now over double than what it cost.
Holy shit.
Then. Yeah, like 70 euros now is pretty much new price, 70 to 80 bucks. And that's over double
how it is here.
what it cost back then. That is.
I don't know what the euro to dollar is right now, but
it's a little less or a little more depending on which way you look.
Okay, but it's relatively the same.
Yeah, it's about a 19-cent difference.
Yeah, so our games are $70 when they come out too.
Yeah, give or take.
For PS5.
Pretty much the same. Doesn't take as much.
Wow, that's why I like Steam, because I don't pay none of those great prices.
Dude, I have a game for fucking free. Like I have TechCom 2029. I have that Terminator fan game. Like I'm pretty much set. And if I ask those guys, I can have the new beta every time. So if I play something, I got my God of War 4 or I got that. So I'm with Chuck. Like I'm mostly out of games. Weirdly so, because I really love that. But I feel like I love them too. I don't know about you, but don't you think like gaming nowadays has grown way too competitive? Like if
I played Fortnite once, and I'm like, oh cool, it's a shooter, and you're on an island, and there's a perimeter closing. I'm like, cool, and they're like, oh yeah, but in addition to all that, you can do all these things and build a fort and all these planks. I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay, yeah, because I played PUBG before, because Fortnite's basically PUBG with extra stuff.
Okay.
And I like PUBG. That was cool. But then when Fortnite, I played Fortnite one time. I'm like, what the F is going on here?
Okay.
My nephew's trying to get me to play that.
I can't play none of them other phone games at all, because Chuck knows the one phone game that I poured thousands on already.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We both played Final Fantasy.
Tim, what was your question?
What is PUBG?
PUBG is Fortnite, where I don't know what it stands for. PUBG.
Oh, okay.
It's a first-person shooter too, or third-person shooter too, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Do you know the basic concept of battle royale? I guess is what it is. It's a battle royale game. So there's usually an island, and then you're airdropped over this island. You can pick where you jump out of the airplane, or in Fortnite's case, flying bus or whatever the fuck it is.
Is it a short bus?
Yeah. So, anyways, then you parachute down, and you choose when the parachute gives out and all that stuff, and then you go around find you have nothing, right? And then you have to go into buildings and stuff and find guns and ammo, backpacks you just every time. It's like every 15 minutes there's a new game, and you have to do this all over again. Mm-hmm. And so you're on this island, and now it's deathmatch. And sometimes you're on a team, sometimes you're by yourself, whatever. So you get this stuff. You can get a car, drive around the island, and you shoot people. Mm-hmm. And the goal is to be the last person surviving in this battle royale. And to make it spicy, they put this death perimeter starts at the edges of the island, and it starts closing in. And if you're stuck outside the death perimeter, you start taking massive damage until you die. So they force everybody into the center of the island where they have to battle until there's one person surviving.
Call of Duty's similar like that a little bit too, where they have that perimeter and everything. You get fucked up when you get beyond that perimeter.
Okay.
The Call of Duty's perimeter never moves.
Like the last shooter where actually fought in multiplayer was actually Doom 2016. Like that multiplayer was fun, but that was the last time. Otherwise, I'm not into massive multiplayer. I'm more of a single player guy myself.
Yeah, I love it. I love fighting games with like the one-on-one fighting game. But the older you get, your hands just get they just don't respond. You get pain. It gets painful playing the games, especially on a joypad. I mean, I have this Marvel vs. Capcom arcade game here, and it has a joystick and it has the buttons, and it's very enjoyable to play. Because it's not as taxing on your hand. It's not taxing at all, actually. But the joypads, you think that the bad part of joypads, unfortunately, maybe you don't want to hear this, but the older you get, it starts getting painful to play them.
Yeah, it's because of the more cramped nature of actually holding them. Like an arcade stick is just way more. Yeah, I don't know. That's called enjoyable, chilled, also more instinctive because it just lies down and you're sitting there, and that's essentially what you're doing. I don't know if I could do it actually. When I remember myself trying to play Doom 3 or Max Payne on PC, like Max that shit Payne. with mouse and keypad at the same time, get away with that, man.
Well, it becomes second nature. It really does become second nature.
Horrible. Get that shit away from me.
I got a quick question for you. So, did you have a favorite childhood theme song from like a cartoon or animation?
I always like that Indiana Jones bum 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 bum. That's that. Love whistling that was always a good one. And a couple of the Star Wars ones. And I always find myself like humming some of the Transformers TV show soundtracks, not from the movie or whatever. Movies much different. Movies are like full songs and stuff, but just the opening Transformers or whatever, you'd be humming that. Those are my favorites. Good question.
Go ahead, Tim.
Are we allowed to chime in on that question, Jason?
Yeah. Anybody can chime in. Say whatever you want.
So
I can't even see it because of the.
Yeah.
Really bright.
Final Fantasy.
My favorite is maybe you know this one. Into these worlds of unknown danger they ride. They are Galaxy Rangers.
Oh, Galaxy Rangers.
That's the best.
I wasn't big with that.
Ever.
And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Once that gets in my head, I can't get it out.
Every time I mess with those Super 7 turtles, I keep singing it in my head. I don't know why.
Those turtles are so good. They're not perfect figures, but Brian, what's his name? Brian Flynn?
Yeah.
Who runs Super 7? He has such passion for what he does. It's just amazing.
Like I hope a little bit. I hope for when Ramen Toys is done with Centurions that they would maybe tackle Galaxy Rangers. That would be.
They were talking about. What were you saying, Wolf?
I'm talking to myself. I don't remember Galaxy Rangers off the top of my head.
What?
And I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, sometimes it's regional.
Mm-hmm. Yule, what about you? What was one of your favorites?
Cartoon growing up?
Or animation? I'm talking about like animation song.
Oh man, I really enjoyed Pole Positions. Pole Position was
great too.
Remember this?
And Kid Video, from my video to my radio. I fucking love that one. And
Pole Position. Wow.
I think I just pissed Wolf off with Galaxy Rangers. He just dropped.
He's like, "Fuck you."
Let's see.
One of the ones I used to like when I was a kid, it was basically so good, it was so bad for me, was Defenders of the Earth.
Oh,
I don't know why. It was always catchy.
Defenders.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've never seen that show.
Defenders.
Never seen it.
That's a good show. I like it.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of them that were pretty good. Like, what else was it? The Bigfoot one, that was a pretty cool.
Oh, that's
kind of
good.
catchy. The Bigfoot one.
Right.
Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines. That's what it was. Yeah.
Bigfoot.
What? I don't know. I don't even know that show.
The big, bad, dirty, and mean. The big,
Bigfoot, the 4x4.
Yeah. Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines. I always loved that fucking cartoon. It didn't last very long. It was like a mini series, but
yeah, it was super short.
It was
It
alright.
actually ran over here. Like I wonder that was short and it ran over here. Centurions was longer and no fucking thing over here.
I've never seen the Centurion show. I'm just older,
It's
so
a
some of the
pretty
things
good
that
show.
are popular. Some of the things that are popular in the early 90s I never saw.
Yeah.
Centurions was a late 80s thing still. I think it was still.
Yeah.
The closest thing to the 90s that I could think of was what? Dinosaurs?
Oh yeah. That was a pretty
right.
good one.
That's a thing too, right?
Yeah. I was already a junior and senior in high school when all that shit was coming out, so I wasn't watching cartoons then. Just doing track and field.
What was it? Inspector Gadget. That was always kind of catchy too. Let's see here. Growing up, did you have a good memory or a bad memory of like any toy like during Christmas time?
Oh yeah, I got one good memory. It's a funny story. So I was really into Lego Space, and I was going through, I think, the JCPenney catalog or whatever, and I don't want to give out the end of the story, but I saw a vehicle that I really wanted, so I put it on my Christmas list, right? So fast forward to Christmas Day, and so I'm opening my gifts, and then it's like the last gift, and I wanted I don't know if you guys remember, there's a base with a monorail, a little tiny monorail on it for Lego Space, and that's the command. It's like a command center or something like that. I really, really wanted that. So I opened up my package, and it was like, first of all, the box wasn't big enough. I'm like, this is not. I'm like, okay. I opened it up, and it was a vehicle, like a laboratory vehicle, and you can take there's a blue lab box that's with laboratory stuff in there, and you can drop it off, and then the other part of the vehicle will go away. I'm like, it's cool. I ended up loving it. But then my brother opened his gifts, and he got the command center. And the reason he got the command center is because I screwed up on the number on the catalog.
On the SKU. Wow, nice.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And I tried to explain to my parents, and like, no, your brother. I'm like, can we just swap? And he's like, and he ordered. He wanted the one that I wanted, the one that I got. He wanted that one. And because I was working with him when we were doing it, and he's like, well, let's, I screwed up the numbers or the letters. And that's what happened. And my parents like, no, he loves it. It's his now. I'm like, oh my God.
So did you guys, I know that you talk about that do you remember like getting the catalogs as a kid? And then like, did you guys do anything like special, like your family get-togethers or anything like that? Like when I was a kid, we always did like this, like our families would get together, all the cousins, nieces, and nephews, and they would have like this, like they would do like this chili thing or something. They would bring all the families together, and then the kids would sit down on the floors and write down like all the different catalogs people saved up, so the kids could write down their Christmas list and shit. So that was always a fond memory of mine. Did you guys ever do anything like that when you were kids?
No, just kind of had. We kind of had to have it ready by Thanksgiving Eve. Our list. That was it. That was our deadline.
Yeah. That's what we did, but we did that with. Sorry, Tim. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No problem. We were just also writing we also wrote our list like whenever. There was no specific point where we were set. Okay, that's it from now. But fond memory of mine for Christmas was especially my dad back then was really working hard and long as a truck driver. And that one time he actually got home on Christmas Eve, and we are unpacking on Christmas Eve and not the 25th. So he got home around, I don't know, 9 or 10 p.m. and brought my Christmas gift right with him, and that was the old Enterprise D with
cool,
with lights and sound. So that was a fucking cool Christmas gift.
I was going to ask, did he bring you a Turbo Man?
Sadly, no.
No, because the stories were very similar. What you were talking about between the movie, that I was just putting it to. That was so dumb, but anyway.
I have no desire to get that Turbo Man. It's at Walmart.
It's all over the place. I see it everywhere. I want to get it just to give it to one of my niece and nephews, just to see what they'd look like. What the fuck is this? Like, give me an iPhone or something. What the hell is this?
Right.
But anyway. Let's see here. Let's go to the next question. Oh, there you go.
Hey, I got one.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What is 30Tricks?
Right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Final Fantasy 11. My friend from work, his name was Ross or whatever. He's Australian. He's like, you gotta play this Final Fantasy game. I'm like, No. And every day he's hounding me. So I'm like, all right, I'll sign up for it. So in Final Fantasy 11, it's an MMORPG. There's let's say there's a dozen servers. So it was stupid. You couldn't just pick which server you wanted to go on. You had to make your character, make the name and everything, and then submit, and then it would put you on a server. And if it wasn't the correct server that you wanted to be on, you had to delete everything and start over. So this went on for a couple hours. I was a couple beers in, and I was watching. There was a lollipop commercial on TV or whatever, Tootsie Pop with the owl, and how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? And I'm like, oh man, this is like my 30th time. Yeah, 3 or whatever. But I'm like, man, this is like my 30th character that I'm making tonight. So I put 30 licks is what I put.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's the one I finally got on the right server. I'm like, oh, God, I'm stuck with this name because I'm not going through that whole I'm not going through this whole process again. So I played that Final Fantasy 11 for about 5 years. I really love that game. And everyone was like, every time I meet someone new, they're like, what the fuck is with your name? And I was, I kind of like, it's a Tootsie Pop or whatever. But then when I was on PSN or whatever, I didn't want to be called 30 Licks, so I changed it to 30Tricks. So that's why I use it for everything now.
That's a cool story. I love when like weird shit like that, like like funky stories or weird stories that come up with something cool in the end.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's see.
I got one.
Go ahead.
So, you said Final Fantasy 11 is your favorite, right? I think in Netflix there's a television show series or in the series or movie where a son and father were playing Final Fantasy 11 together.
Oh, really?
In Japan. I forgot what that movie's called. Have you not seen it yet either?
No, I haven't seen it. But the thing is amazing is they still have Final Fantasy 11 servers. The game launched in 2002, and there's
still crazy.
There's still servers. I still get emails like, "Come back." They're like, "Come back and play Final Fantasy 11." I'm like, no.
The people
I can still remember where I logged off the last time. I still remember.
So does it say your actual name or does it say 30 Licks? Like when I get the email sent to you?
It says 30 Licks.
Nice.
30 Licks, please come back. Play our game. Pay a monthly fee.
Yeah. Please let us keep going so our servers don't die.
Yeah, so the new MMORPG is Final Fantasy 14. I play that one, but I haven't caught up. I just don't have time. But that one's cool too.
I'm thinking about actually playing the 7 remake. Like, I love the soundtrack. I love the stream.
It's good, Tim. It's good.
Like, and it looks so fucking good. But like all that those are all singular games, and getting, I don't know, like as one, I don't know, kind of collection. And it's also in the splices with the other pieces like Core Crisis and what that was, like the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. And there's stuff about time travel. I don't know. There's some spacey stuff in there.
Sounds like a bit of everything going on in that game.
Yeah, it is. You can have it. You can have it round based like the old, or you can just play it 3D and then have the stats and all that stuff in between. And it's fine. It's super good. 7-disc soundtrack. You can listen to that all in one go without any problems. Beautiful.
Well, I keep hearing, I got another question for you. I keep hearing you talk about your favorite game, Final Fantasy and everything else. What was your worst game that you absolutely hated?
Oh man, there's so many.
if you could give one, if you can.
Man,
just the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be one of the games that came out for the ColecoVision or whatever way back then. Yeah, I never had an Atari 2600, and I never had an NES. But we played the NES at our cousin's house. So a lot of people say they didn't like Bayou Billy, but Bayou Billy is probably just because it was so fucking hard. I don't even remember
that game. Yeah. I don't remember that game.
A lot of those Konami games were hard. Bayou Billy, Russian Attack. That shit was, I couldn't get past stage 2 at all. Yeah.
But there was one there was a bowling alley near me, and there was one before Street Fighter. There was those early one-on-one fighting games, and there was one called Karnav's Revenge. I hated that game, and I finally found it like a couple weeks ago, and I found it on YouTube, and someone was having a playthrough, and it was so terrible. Like, it was just bad. It was just a terrible game. It was simple.
You're playing the same Karnov character from the first Karnov game?
He had a one-on-one fighting game before Cutter or anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, out of the different movie franchises and stuff like that, which would you say is your favorite and worst?
Oh, so it has to be a franchise, not just a. Okay.
It doesn't have to be a franchise. Just
My favorite movie of all time is Fight Club.
That's a good one.
It's in my top.
My favorite franchise used to be Star Wars, but it's not anymore. I don't know, franchise-wise, movie-wise, probably MCU. I mean, they're getting a little bit long in the tooth, and I don't want to get into it, but it's like they're getting a little bit too woke for me, and but they're still enjoyable. Like Shang-Chi was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
But what?
No, I just laughing.
Shang-Chi was enjoyable, but some stuff, especially on, I'm not in, like, I love the What If comic books. I do not like this What If show. It's just not for me. The last episode, episode 4 with Doctor Strange was pretty good, but the other episodes, I'm like, nope.
I keep forgetting to watch this show. Like, I'm 4 episodes behind. I can't get myself to watch it.
Oh shit! You're like me with Bad Batch. Like, I just couldn't get it. I just kept forgetting about it.
Which one? What If?
Yeah, What If?
Oh, so good. Like,
no, it looks good. I want to watch it.
I mean, the comics, you change one thing, and then it's supposed to be the progression of what would happen. And it's like,
I don't care what if the MCU. I want to see what if Marvel anything. Because I don't really care about
the fun part is, Yule, all of that stuff from What If and from Loki is gonna go into the MCU and create something fully new.
Yeah.
What if Rocket was the Incredible Hulk?
I don't know how that would work.
You don't know what if about
he's robotic and gamma rays wouldn't affect him. So
you can essentially say the Rock is the incredible Rock.
But just for example, I like Black Panther, and I thought he was a bitchin' in the comic books, but what it made him, they made him Star-Lord. He became a master negotiator. I just didn't like why. He's a master warrior. He's a good king. He's benevolent, but he's not a master negotiator. I just didn't understand that. So,
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't. It probably was my. No, was the third one? Trying to remember. I was talking. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm an asshole. I was on the Nerd Life Syndicate Friday. I totally forgot to mention that. It was sorry. During my intro and shit earlier, I totally forgot about that shit. I feel like an asshole now. But we were talking about that. It was pretty interesting. Yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. I think which episode was that? Was that the third one?
Second one.
Yeah, I think that one was my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like it was good for the character. I mean, it was good for the actor. It treated the actor. It was a nice send off for the actor, but I don't think the character T'Challa would act like that if he was Star-Lord. I mean, that's the, you know.
Hey, you never know. Experiences change, you know, and he just grew up different. So I feel like it could be possible, but you never know. But I mean, it was at least it was a love letter and a swan song to the character.
Yeah, that was fine, and I can understand that.
And I think that was great. But my favorite so far is still, I believe, the first actually, and then followed by the Strange, because the first was actually that was so.
I don't know if everyone's seen it so far. The Doctor Strange one, it just came out this last week, but.
Well, Wolf hasn't seen them yet, so
yeah,
I'll forget whatever he says.
I loved the Doctor Strange one up until.
So did I.
Up until what's her? I forget what her name is. She comes in and says, "I had to split you." I'm like, why? It doesn't.
The ancient one.
Yeah,
the ancient one. Yeah.
Like what? So to stop this paradox from happening or whatever, I had to split you into two. I'm like, why? So if they just had a better explanation of that, it would have been like, oh wow, this is great.
Yeah, that part was a little weird. Yeah,
seems like the writing's top down. Like, okay, we want to have this. We want to have Doctor Strange fight evil Doctor Strange, and it's like the writing goes in reverse. And they're like, but just okay. Well, how do you get two Doctor Stranges? They should have spent a lot of time thinking about how to make that, sit well with the audience, or it's plausible. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I can see why you had to do that. No,
yeah.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert for everybody that's listening.
Yeah,
but that's actually good call. Like I feel also too, like for stuff like that really would have helped to go way more in depth if they would go 45 minutes or such, like a half an hour.
I don't even think they need that. One sentence, and they could have explained it better.
Yeah,
one sentence is all it would have taken.
All stuff like that.
But,
like something for me about that episode. That I love H.P. Lovecraft stories and his horror shit and everything else, and it had a very, very H.P. Lovecraft feel to what was going on. I wish I could talk
about Shang-Chi about that too.
Yeah,
I wish I could talk about it.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't want to ruin it to everybody. That was. Yeah. I know three of us have seen it on here, but yeah.
I hate to ruin it for everybody, but Shang-Chi fights a Cthulhu.
Kinda, yeah.
I sat and talked with him about this, about it. Like it, all in all, is it worth it to see it? I say yes, go see it.
Oh, definitely. I'd say
it's definitely worth a go see. I think there was all but like a couple of minor things that were pretty damn good in the film overall. So
yeah, I thought they were a little on the nose with the cultural stuff, like a little bit too stereotypical. Like we have to go to karaoke twice, and I'm like, what? Okay, but
so anyway,
yeah.
And I'm sitting here, and I just watched Aliens yesterday.
Nice.
You always watch Aliens. I've never seen the original Alien.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I know exactly.
We got to do a watch party one night, like with that shit.
I know what happens. Right? I know almost everything that happens in the movie. I just never seen it, and I never track it down.
You also need to watch the special edition. There's some noteworthy shit going on in there.
And the other thing that's interesting about me growing up is my parents were never let me watch R-rated movies except for 2 times. Aliens, and I think Aliens was rated R, right?
Yes.
Aliens and The Terminator. And
2 good ones. Yeah.
Those are the only ones I ever saw. I never saw any of the other Friday the 13th ones or any of those. I never saw any of those as a kid.
Yeah, because
did you get
like my parents, they had no problem with the violence, just the sex. I bet.
Yeah. And when the sex stuff came up, and we watched Terminator Fresh.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Turn your eyes down.
I saw the first Terminator when I was 8 years old.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's about.
Yeah, and I got thoroughly traumatized by that. Like, I don't know if I actually told that story on the show. Like, I was visiting my aunt and uncle with my mom and dad during one summer, and it was a hot fucking summer. So we were watching the Terminator. I wasn't allowed to watch it completely. When he started slaughtering the police department, I was sent to bed. But still, I saw
him.
But you saw him flopping and swinging in the wind, but you couldn't.
Yeah, right. And I saw the arm and eye surgery. That's the most.
Oh, that was wicked! I remember that.
Yeah, I can see you get nightmares from that.
So I saw the red fucking camera eye and everything, and I went to bed.
I was 7 when I saw that shit.
Wait up! The best part is yet to come. I went to bed and it was a bunk bed, and I slept on the lower one, and the window was open, and the what you call it?
Breeze.
What?
Breeze.
No, not the breeze. When you close the window here, the shades. What you call it?
The blinds or whatever they
are.
are.
The blinds. Thanks. I missed that word. The blinds were open, and I saw a house on the other side of the street, and there was a garland. You know, all bulbs from one house to the other. Every fucking bulb was broken except for a red one at the corner of the house. I am not kidding. This actually happened. I was lying in my bed fucking shitting myself because there was a red fucking eye at the corner of the house.
Coming to get you.
This actually
is your name Tim K?
Really?
Tim K.
You need to comply.
You need to come with me.
Comply. You need to look some more at my dick, then wobble in front of your face enough, and afterwards you need to die.
Wow.
Were you in a van when that happened? Like,
I remember that version of Terminator.
Negative.
Anyway,
crazy version of Terminator.
But I need to tell someone that was the same weekend where my father actually won a bet, and that was an insane fucking bet. 2 tries. The objective: roll over an egg with the truck, and you don't hit the truck via rolling over it with a split of the dually.
Get out of here! No one can do that.
He did that. The first one, he was actually steered.
Oh, he did that. Okay,
that's where he lost.
The truck is probably part of his body, and as far as his mind is concerned.
At
that point.
The second one he tried on his own, and that's where he won it. He actually was able to roll over an egg with a split of the dually, and he didn't hit the egg. No kidding.
Nice.
Really. That's interesting. Good stories tonight.
It's kind of like a trick I used to do at the bar all the time when I was younger. Okay. I would sit, like, take for instance, I would sit, 6 shots, and I say, I bet I can drink 6 beers before your 6 shots to somebody else. Ooh. And so I would have 6 beers in front of me and 6 shots. And I said, but the only thing is we can't touch each other's glasses. So they would go through and just hit all their shots, right? And I would drink my beers, and they would just wait to the last one until I get finished to the last beer. And then right to the second to last beer, the guy looked at me. He's like, ha, I got you. And I turned my cup over, and I put it over top of his glass, and I drank my last beer, and he couldn't touch it. And so I always do that. I would go to bars all the time and do that shit. And I'd be like, I bet you $100 I can drink all 6 of these beers before you take 6 shots. But the only stipulation is you can't touch each other's glasses. I would always make money all the time, like doing that shit. Like, it was just so great. I used to do dumb shit like that all the time. So
nice.
But anyway, anybody else have any dumbass stories that they used to do when they were younger?
I feel like I'm good. Like I didn't do as much dumb shit when I was younger.
Wolf, you got any? None?
I was not listening. What's the story?
Oh, I said, did you have any dumb stories from you growing up? Anything crazy?
I mean,
I didn't quite understand it, but I take it.
I heard Crystal say something about offering you ice cream or something like that.
She did go to a Blizzard, and she offered me one, and I can't refuse that.
I don't think anybody could. Like,
I can. Yul and I can.
Well, yeah, right.
We die.
Yeah, I'm dead. I had a rock. My cousins and I used to have rock fights at night. That was the dumbest thing I ever did. We had two bases and we'd throw rocks at each other.
Nice.
That was not smart.
Well, you get some of you guys have met my brother Joe. Obviously, you know, military. Even to this day, like he's overseas right now, in the Army, and which he's not going to be at TFCon this year, unfortunately. But dude, it's pretty fucking wild what's going on with him, because we used to do stupid shit. We would have BB gun wars. We would have taser wars. Like, we used to have this taser. We'd go around at a party and be like, tag your it, and we'd hit each other. Dude, we used to do cattle prod wars.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not kidding.
Where did you get a cattle prod?
We had some family that lived on a farm and stuff, so we would go out in the middle of nowhere. We had nothing to do during the summer. Be like, yo, let's try to tip a cow. Well, we can't tip a cow. All right, fuck it. What's this do? Bzz. Oh, fuck, that sucks. Hey, let's try this again. And then we would just end up. And then there was one time, it was like a scene almost like you see something in Jackass, where we like, it was something funny where we kind of created something in the barn where it kind of hung down and had to. We basically would have to run through the cattle prods and not get hit. It would kind of hang down, like we would do stupid shit like that.
How many cattle prod scars you got on your ass? Admit it, right now.
No, just kidding. I do have some on my body though. You could let's see here. It might be hard to see. I got some like scars and shit on my hands. You can see from some of the cattle prods and shit, like from us like hitting each other. You can see one down here where I got hit.
Damn, man.
Like it was pretty wild. Like it knocked the living piss out of you, but
okay.
Like there was one time my brother Joe, like we were at a party all getting like tore up, and he decided like, hey, you know what a TINS unit is? You know, the electric stimulation, they put the pads on you and everything.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, so my brother Joe, one time, we were drinking. I was like sitting on the couch talking to this girl, like hitting on her and everything, you know, back in like, you know, middle school, high school. And all of a sudden you hear tag, you're it. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck's going to happen? I was like, oh, nobody's around. But I didn't realize he was standing right behind me, behind the couch. And he goes, wham, through the sticky pads on either side of my temple and turned the thing on high.
Oh my God.
And I'm not going to lie, I ended up pissing myself because like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I woke up and I thought I got into a huge fight. And that was like the craziest shit.
Dude, that dude's not your friend.
Yeah, but I've done way worse to him too. So, I mean, we got one time he got drunk and we got pictures of him where he's butt ass naked sitting on a toilet and his head's in the bucket thrown up and like shitting and like everything. Like we used to get him drunk all the time, like, and then do stupid shit. So, like one time when Bethany, you'll laugh at this. One time when Bethany, when she went to first meet all her nieces and nephews and everything out in the middle of the country and shit. And I was like, hey, I told Bethany, I said, hey, just to warn you, I said, I wouldn't be surprised that they're going to start greeting us with like BB guns or something dumb shit, you know, right? She starts laughing. And then she's like, oh, she's like, whatever. And this is when we first got together. And then out of nowhere, we get out of the car and it was like, I'm trying to think, it was like getting attacked by ninja kids. They had fucking blow darts. and they were shooting at both of us, and we were like running inside, like, and it was funny as hell. And that's how she got introduced to all the nieces and nephews. Like, I was getting hit with blow darts and shit.
Funny
so.
as hell. That's funny as hell, isn't it?
Yeah. You gotta hear. I gotta have her when we have her on. You gotta have her tell her some of these stories. It's the dumbest shit.
Well, how many cattle prods did she get hit with?
None, luckily. But here's another funny story. So one time we were
I want to have a 2022 edition of that, but with a new Nerf pulse rifle, and we do an alien script.
Just wait till you'll laugh at this story. So we had Thanksgiving with all of our family, my brothers and their kids and everybody, and we're all kind of hanging out, and the kids got some of the Nerf guns, you know, like as like a pre. You know, it was a couple of birthdays together right around that time that we did, and we ended up giving toys and stuff. And so they got Nerf guns. So then we thought it'd be kind of funny. We were outside shooting each other with the Nerf guns, like us and the kids and stuff. And Bethany and my mom and everybody else is in the house just sitting there talking. And for some reason, we got it through our heads that me and my brother decided to go hit Toys R Us and buy every electric powered Nerf gun that they had on the shelf. And me, my brother Joe, and then my brother's friend all busted in the house like the Kool-Aid man. And we were shooting everybody in the house with Nerf gun bullets, just like plowing everybody down. It was funny as hell. I know I'm an asshole.
With the yellow balls, right?
No. The actual Nerf darts.
Oh, darts, because
yeah, it had like the yellow orange. It had like the yellow or the orange tip with like the blue dart or whatever. They're like soft darts. They're not hard, but we just bust in the house and like everybody's sitting down and we're just like plowing people down with these Nerf guns, like electric power ones. You'd hold the trigger and it had like a 22 clip. It's like done. And it was funny because we had. I went and bought one of those belts that you wrapped around. You had all the Nerf shit all over you. So I had all these clips all over me, and the kids are grabbing shit, and it was fucking crazy.
I wanna have the Nerf Titan, the Gatling.
Dude, that thing's cool.
Oh,
I used to live in a duplex, and we had awesome Nerf fights. Mm-hmm. I miss that.
Dude, we should do one at TFCon. Bust into like every room with like Nerf guns.
Yeah, every time they have a room party. We heard you had a room party here. We're here to bust.
And you have to do that butt ass naked.
No, how about no?
That might be a little weird. I mean, it's like for me, it'd be like a. For me, it'd be like whatever. I mean, for me, it'd be like a bear rolling into the room with a fucking, gun or something, like Ursula Major or something shit. Like.
If you were naked, you weren't, because your beard goes into your chest hair, goes into your never mind.
Dude, I actually had to trim up underneath here because it connects to my chest hair. It's pretty bad.
See?
But anyway.
See?
God, we got way fucking off the rails.
That's fine.
Anyway, speaking of fucking, speaking of fucking weird, we'll just quickly go into this real fast. We had some weird stories. Did you see, not only does Philly have a lot of water, but apparently they got a lot of crabs too.
Yeah.
I mean, if they think in any way about a good way of I don't know, organizing traffic, those crabs would actually form a bridge from Germany to Philadelphia.
Yeah, no shit.
I want to put a cheesesteak. That would be easy. Just walk
Dude, so apparently the Philadelphia Bay area, the beach down there, apparently there's a giant 30 million crab orgy going on.
Wow.
Talk like it's yeah. I mean, look at the pictures. Look at this, like horseshoe crabs.
Holy hell!
That's crazy.
Those things are useless. Nobody eats horseshoe crabs.
Yeah, that looks not good at all. Like I thought about the red ones on the Easter Islands, but that looks wow, that looks fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Does this happen every so many years, or is something weird going
on? They probably knew the water was coming to Philly, and what the fuck? Like all of a sudden out of nowhere, shit started opening.
Well, we better not see your porn, buddy.
Ooh, I got to show you that. I got some good ones.
Nope.
Like the
but basically, these things are what's that?
Sorry. Go ahead.
These things are like this. It says here they're like the size of dinner plates. Can you just imagine 30 million dinner plate sized fucking shit on the beach?
Yeah. 30 million dinner plate sized crabs. Fucking interesting.
I wonder what eats them.
This is totally a show from the 70s. There would be a movie about this.
That's actually a great fucking question. Like maybe the apex predator is gone.
Yeah,
could be.
Exactly. Because like I know that cane toads are a problem in Australia and nothing eats them.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe whatever they fucking blew up off the coast of Florida a few weeks back, maybe that was their predator. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah. Sharks eat horseshoe crabs.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Sharks, sea turtles, gulls, and humans.
See, when they had Shark Week 2 weeks ago.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Never tried it.
The Sharks were busy during Shark Week 2 weeks ago, and then they didn't pay attention to their job, and now we got all these horseshoe crabs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And now they're having an orgy for more, so.
I mean, just get a few humans and just jump in there, mouth open. Wow.
I don't know about that.
Death from above.
What the fuck is wrong with this one?
This site can't be reached. Jason, don't show us porn.
Shh, dude, for some reason. I mean, we could. That'd be kind of interesting. Amazon answers to delivery driver shortage. They decide to hire a bunch of pot smokers. Did you see this article?
People got to buy weed. Why not?
I think that theory is very valid when I think about the people that deliver shit over here.
Yeah, we had some guy. I was supposed to get something delivered today. It ended up 2 blocks away at the same house, and the same number on my house was a 9. That was the only number that was the same.
You have so many delivery problems. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
that's why we put that's why we put a security system up. Like my buddy works for FedEx, and I told him, I was like, "Yo, you guys fucking hired idiots." I was like, "Tell them stop smoking pot." But yeah. So, anyways, let's see what happens with Amazon. What's going to happen with them? It says,
I mean,
marijuana.
Honestly, Amazon can't even deliver a book without a crease anymore, and that's where they started it. So how is that supposed to go down?
Yeah. So now this is an interesting topic I want to talk about real quick before we go, because I know some of us have to go pretty soon because we got Tim has to take his beauty rest nap and everything before.
What? No, that's way too late for that. I already tried that and that didn't work out.
Shit. So, did you guys see this whole thing about top toy makers and their products are being hard to find and more expensive during the holiday season because of this shipping crisis?
Yeah, I've seen my Walmart aisle. Yeah,
the California shipping crisis.
Yeah, just everything in general.
Yeah.
You guys, this is related. I think this is related to what's going on in California right now.
Mm-hmm. It is.
They're so backed up. They're months behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, like I was talking to Maya. What was it? Saturday, I think, and we decided to go because we do that Secret Santa thing. And we decided to start a little early this year because of shipping and everything else. Like we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. So
last year was a nightmare for shipping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then this year, like at least last year, there was some shit on the shelves. This year, it's like it's been dead the last couple months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, it's weird. It's a rough kind of 180-degree situation. Like we didn't get scorched over here, and on the other side we got red alert weeks before you guys. Like this, it's super weird how shit went down.
So they're saying in this article, it says the container that cost $3,200 last year is now $22,000 this year.
Woo-hoo.
For a shipping container. The installation of the raw material labor has gone up exponentially with 23% increased cost of production in China and logistics. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, China is done being cheap manufacturing. They're like, we don't need it. We're done.
And I think that's why also we're starting to see the big increase in all of our third-party shit too. That could be part of it also.
that stuff.
In some cases, probably. I think we were talking about it last night. The XTB Deathosaurus was $250, and then they bumped it up to $300.
Yeah,
really?
They quietly did it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's got a $30 non-refundable deposit. I think that was not there before.
It wasn't there before,
on BBTS.
Everywhere.
That's one they did. That's what they did on the third-party turtle van too. Like on Show Z, it was first around 200.
It's $199. Yep.
Yeah, and now it's $242.
Wow.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I want to get the Desaurus. I don't call him this. This source is from IDW. I'm a snob. I live in Japan, so I call him Desaurus.
I like what XTB. I like what XTB did. Zesaurus, like Zeus and Saurus together. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very
Chris
close
is gonna suck ass. What you're saying?
Pretty much. I'm pretty, and it sucks because I got 12 nieces and nephews, yo. So like, it's gonna be like, all right, you guys are getting gift cards. You have to buy your own shit this year.
Gift card Christmas.
Way to go.
Hey, remember all those times you shot me with the blow dart? That shit's coming back. Like,
so the world comes down, if ever.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's where people get crazy. You can't do their hobbies anymore.
So you'll now that you got your scare glow, what's your next pop glory?
Grail, Ram-Man.
Grail glory. Grail, yeah.
Ram-Man is a $200 piece.
Ram-Man.
Which one?
Ram-Man.
$200 Ram-Man pop?
Holy fuck.
Why is that so special?
Great. Because it's a Toy Tokyo exclusive.
Is Toy Tokyo only in Manhattan?
200 for a fucking pop?
He just paid more than that. He just paid more than that for scare glow.
He just paid more than that for a scare glow.
This is a $300 piece.
Tim, this is a $400 figure.
God, even scare glow pops are fucking expensive. Jesus Christ. It's fucking scare glow, guys.
Yo, Coco's OnlyFans must be popping right now to pay for that.
Yo, but you know what, Wolf? Let's enter into a bet. Get both of us 2 classics Ram-Man. I feel we're still gonna be under that.
Classics Ram-Man is $200.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not by. Just fuck it.
Maybe Origins.
Maybe Origin. I got one here. It's from a buddy actually, but it's a deluxe. I think I can buy that from him, and then we would be one good. So yeah. There
you go. All right. So one real thing before we get out of here, because I know some of us gotta go. What is one figure you're looking forward to the most? That you pre-ordered that you think is coming next? Like, what are you looking forward to?
That's coming next, or just looking forward to? Yeah,
that you have on your pre-order list that you're one of the things you're really excited about.
I was excited for MMC Desaurus, but that seems to have just fallen off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would probably say my big one is I really want to see what Takara Raiden looks like. I'm really excited about that.
Ooh, that does look good. Yeah,
I'm really interested in whatever if the scale is going to match up with third party, or if they're going to do their own thing. That's a big thing for me.
Watch, they're going to do their own scale. It's just going to like set people off. This is the new standard.
And Raiden's very special for me. Yeah, I bought Raiden from Headmasters. I think it was.
Yeah,
the Headmasters Raiden when I was living in Japan on my 30th birthday. That was my present to me. Was I bought that? So Raiden's very special to me. And then I sold it years later because I'm an idiot.
What about you, Tim?
Pre-orders.
Or just something coming out.
Just anything coming out that you ordered recently.
Storm Collectibles King.
Oh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that is actually gonna be. That, although 50-50 split with Kintaro, because this thing is gonna be bigger than Motaru, and that was a killer. So
they have gotten so good with their figures.
Yeah,
just as opposed to 2018.
Dude, and I'm actually done. And I'm actually done with space. You know, I have to actually stock up on my diorama. So I will probably do my own version of the pit over Khan's Colosseum. Otherwise, I don't have space. I would like to put Kintaro behind Khan to have all the sub bosses behind him, but that doesn't fit. So more space, canvas be gone, and then pit on some wooden pillars on the corners, and then, dude, Yule was hot. Yule was like, I want, where's my spot? I got mine.
That's a very good impression of Yule.
Yeah, right?
I am very excited about one thing. Very excited. I don't know why, but I am.
His first real hot toy.
His first real girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Jason.
Love you.
With 1 year supply of lube.
Damn.
Robo Paradise.
Robo what?
Mhm.
Oh.
I want that one.
Okay,
Bad.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I already have a sound wave, but
Yeah, I'm okay. I give you that. I'm looking forward to that Crimson Wing too. Checking that out myself. I got that pre-ordered. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. What that can actually do.
Wolf, what about you? You're same with 30Tricks over there?
I'm looking forward to most of the XTB stuff that's been announced. The Runabout, the Run Amok, the
They're on fire,
Counter Punch, the Omnibots. Really excited for the Omnibots. I think those are going to be cool.
Them.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just, I need the quality to be there.
I'm glad to see they're turning around, that they're starting to put out stuff.
Yeah,
they really had a
let's just hope the quality's
right?
there. Let's just hope the quality is
cup
there.
Yeah,
their
that's
cup was
what I
mixed
wanted
up.
to say. That's where I also hope that Keith is actually following suit with the quality. That
I'm rooting for him right now. I'm rooting
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
following suit
Spot
with
that
the
came out with Lock, right?
post that the stuff is coming actually, but I hope the quality fits. That's
Keith has come a long way.
Yeah,
He has.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What were you saying, 30Tricks? You asked a question?
You can call me Chuck. My name's Chuck. But yeah, the lock. Didn't they put out the cup, the lock? They called it. Wasn't it X-Ray Spot?
Yeah.
They got
He got
recalled.
his ice cream.
Lock. The cup wasn't it the X-Ray Spot?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the cup.
Yeah,
They had a lot of problems, whether they had to redo it or something.
Yeah, they recalled it.
What?
It's private.
Oh, damn, I just missed it.
This is private. You can't see this.
You got something on your lip there. Oh, wait. I know this is so the most least insignificant probably out of all of those to you guys, but I'm actually looking forward to NECA's The Wolfman.
Oh, interesting. Never knew.
I just saw the Frankenstein the other day.
Frankenstein's amazing. It's
the box is all destroyed though, so I didn't get it. But.
Yeah, the figure's amazing. I'm a huge Universal horror fan, like movies from the 30s, 40s, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Lon Chaney, who did The Wolfman, that was my favorite monster by far about anything.
Ooh.
One of my favorite stories from a kid growing up. Always loved that film. I still to this day, I still love watching that film. And so that figure for me, I'm looking forward to that the most this year.
Cool.
I think it's supposed to come out in November or something like that. So
nice.
When I was a kid, I was always very partial to werewolves before, and then I saw the Lost Boys and I want to be a vampire.
Yo, what was a really good werewolf show back in the day was actually Werewolf.
Werewolf. That was a good show.
Do you remember that show that went on for one season? It was amazing, but it just didn't stay on.
It's on YouTube, so I watched.
It is. It was a really good. Remember how the 70s and 80s, how Incredible Hulk was, where you kind of travel town to town, and then it was just like that, but this guy was a werewolf trying to find the guy that turned him into a werewolf.
Oh wow!
And it was a cool show. The special effects were amazing. But the reason why the show got canceled was because it was too much at that time for production to cost to make that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because at the time the werewolves were pretty advanced makeup, and that shit used to scare me when I was a kid. I was like,
every episode it showed Werewolf in London. Remember that werewolf transformation that you saw? Every episode was like that.
Wow.
When he was transforming, every episode it'd show him in depth like that. It was so crazy.
So
also, it's really controversial because they would have he would have a pentagram on his hand, and he would know when it was coming.
It would start bleeding on his hand when he knew that
really
either he was getting close to the dude or he was getting ready to change. Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's a good show.
It's called
wow.
Straight Up Werewolf.
but funny that you spoke about the Incredible Hulk. You guys got a favorite episode of the Incredible Hulk? The old one with Bill Bixby.
Can't remember.
The only one I remember watching that sticks to mind was him versus Daredevil and Thor.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a movie. That was one of the TV specials, The Return of the Incredible Hulk. I mean, from the series. Do you guys remember the episode, the first?
They're all blurred for me.
Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen them.
There was a two-parter. There was a Hulk before Bruce Banner.
Yeah, the blonde dude, right? The blonde guy.
The old one. The old one.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how I want that strength again because he gotten tired and his hands were creasing up and shit and he couldn't hold stuff anymore. And then he got back and both of those Hulks started thrashing the.
I remember that now that you say that.
The laboratory. I think that they actually put that character in the current Hulk comics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anymore what this guy was called, but I got that episode. I actually got as a video file on the PC. That's
yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
His first appearance is starting to come up. Is going up in price of that exact issue you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, that could be why too.
Because it's recent. That's why.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, saw it on Comics Explained on YouTube.
Yeah, because I remember the guy had a really big jaw. He had really poofy hair.
Yeah,
really thick eyebrows. Yeah. I remember that.
But he looked way more nightmarish. Like when he was actually snarling, his gums were all showing. Like he looked way more feral and brutish.
Hey, I found a picture. I found a picture of him. Hang on, I'll share this real quick. Yo, he looks like Eddie Monster turned into the Hulk.
Yeah, and he was just super. He was like super dank, super skinny and everything. And he was way slimmer. He was way slimmer, but they were depicted as both having essentially the same strength. But the Bruce Banner Hulk was of course more powerful. But he was surprised, so that at first he got thrashed around the laboratory. But when he got back to grips, he was going like, "Okay, are we done here now?" And he was throwing the other guy across the room. That was pretty fucking cool.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
I saw that one.
I remember that now. You were talking about it. I was like, dude, he had that big old head and everything else, the hair and everything, the thick eyebrows.
Exactly.
How's that Ice Cream Wolf?
Ice cream. I want to eat.
There you go.
I want pizza right now.
Oh God, right? I didn't even eat anything.
Order
2 hours.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess once again it's that time. We will go around the yard. Excuse me.
He's got that brain
and we'll
freeze.
we'll give us some shout outs. We'll do some where you ass and this fucking show. Let's start with our good friend Mr. ThirtyTricks. Where are you at? Where can we find you?
Chuck C and the Roma Collectors and the other collector groups and 30Tricks on Instagram.
Nice, dude.
All right, nice. Let's go over to Male Simp Lover Yule.
Yeah, you can catch me at Cocoasmooth619 on YouTube and Cocoasmooth on Instagram.
And fighting kids for pops.
And talking every Sunday through a box.
All right, let's go over to our friend Mr. Tim K.
Yeah, you can find me pretty much fucking everywhere. YouTube at Tim K's Nerd Crate, Instagram at @the_nerd_crate, Facebook Tim K's Nerd Crate, Tim K81 if you want to chop it up in private or whatever. Well, Realm of Crackers too, and Sundays usually.
Well, Realm of Crackers.
Yeah, you heard that too.
What did you
Realm of Crackers?
It sounded like you said Realm of Crackers.
Go to the cracker realm. Do it now.
No. There are a lot of crackers in there.
Is that a new website that they're doing? Like, is there soup and everything involved? Or?
Yeah, that's Realmy Crack Corn, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Now it's even getting worse.
Oh my god!
So yeah, that's it for me. You hear what you guys want to hear. Make fun of the poor German.
Realm of crackers.
Ass fingers. Go away.
Go away now.
Go away now. Should I go to Jason or do you need a minute, buddy?
Jason's probably dying.
Then he said Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care. I'm like, oh.
Okay,
boy.
I'm good. I'm good.
Crack corn. Timmy Crack Corn, and he don't care.
Okay.
Got some editing to do, Jason.
Okay, all right. My name is Jason Lowery. You can find me in the Facebook groups. Obviously, is Jason Lowery. You can find me in Xbox is Clutch2345. You can find me on Instagram whenever I decide to fucking post, which is hardly ever. Hopefully, pretty soon you can find us at a convention, but I'm hopeful, but I doubt it's going to happen. And you can find me here with you. Yeah, right. You can find me here with you fine gentlemen every week. And thank you to Chuck for coming on and hanging out with us and bullshitting. It was amazing.
I'll do it again.
Yep. Well,
what about you, Wolf?
You can find me in the realm of crackers also.
Fuck you guys.
Oh my god.
That's bad.
I gotta say, Jason started out. It sounded like a little like Alcoholics Anonymous. Hello, my name is Jason. I have a problem. Hello, Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason. Hello, I love
my name is Jason, and I have a problem.
You certainly do, buddy. Erik Von Wolfenstein on your Instagram, your Facebook, all your social media needs, and here most Thursdays with you guys. And I guess on that note, the nerds have spoken. We will see you guys again next week. Thanks for coming. Peace out.
Bye.
Catch you guys next week.
You fucking crackers.